Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel SG Education. Today we will see class 9 subject science chapter 8 useful and harmful microbes exercise solution. So question 1, complete the statements using the proper option from those given below. Explain the statements. Options are mycotoxins, budding, rhizobium. Question A. Yeast reproduces asexually by the fill in the blank method. Answer. Budding. The yeast cells develop small round bodies on the parent cell. These are called buds. New daughter cells develop from these buds. Question B. Toxins of fungal origin are called. Answer. Mycotoxins. Mycotoxins are poisonous chemicals released into the food by fungi. This makes the food poisonous. Next question C. Leguminous plants can produce more proteins due to. Answer. Rhizobium. Nitrogenous compounds are required to produce proteins. Rhizobia produce nitrogenous compounds by fixing atmospheric nitrogen and make it available for their host plants like leguminous plants. Next question number 2. Write the names of microbes found in the following food materials. Yogurt, bread, root nodules of leguminous plants, idli, dosa, spoiled potato curry. Answer. Food materials, microbes. Yogurt, lactobacilli, bread, yeast, root nodules of leguminous plants, rhizobium, idli, yeast bacteria, dosa, yeast bacteria, spoiled potato curry, Clostridium. Next question 3. Identify the odd word out and say why it is the odd one. A. Pneumonia, diphtheria, chickenpox, cholera. Answer. Chickenpox. It is caused by a virus whereas others are caused by bacteria. Next question B. Lactobacilli, rhizobia, yeast, Clostridia. Answer. Yeast. It is a fungus whereas the rest are bacteria. Question C. Root rot, rust, rubella, mosaic. Answer. Rubella. It is a disease of humans whereas the rest are diseases of plants. Question 4. Give scientific reasons. A. Foam accumulates on the surface of dal kept for a long time in summer. Answer. Dal is rich in proteins. During summer, bacteria attack the dal and cause fermentation, resulting in the production of carbon dioxide gas. Therefore, foam accumulates on the surface of the dal kept for a long time in summer. Question B. Why are naphthalene balls kept with cloths to be put away? Answer. Naphthalene balls are balls of chemical, pesticide, and deodorant. They help to kill or repel insects such as moths, cockroaches, mice, etc. Therefore, naphthalene balls are kept with cloths to be put away to prevent cloths from getting damaged. Next question 5. Write down the modes of infection and the preventive measures against fungal diseases. Answer. Mode of infection. Contact with infected person or his or her belongings like clothes. Preventive measures. Personal hygiene and avoid contact with infected person. Question 6. Match the pairs. A group, B group. Rhizobium, Clostridium, Penicillium, yeast. Group B group, food poisoning, nitrogen fixation, bakery products, production of antibodies. Answer. Rhizobium, nitrogen fixation. Clostridium, food poisoning. Penicillium, production of antibiotics. Yeast, bakery products. Question 7. Answer the following questions. A. Which vaccines are given to infants? Why? Answer. Hepatitis A and B, DTP, polio, MMR, chickenpox, influenza, tetanus, BCG, rotavirus, etc. Vaccines consist of dead or weakened microbes. When these are swallowed or injected, the body produces antibodies to fight them. These antibodies remain in the body and protect it from any future attack of the disease causing microbes. Therefore, vaccines are given to infants for preventing diseases. Question B. How is a vaccine produced? Answer. Vaccines are made using the disease causing bacteria or virus but in a form that will not harm the human beings. Vaccine is made from dead or weakened microbes or their toxins. Vaccine stimulates the immune system to produce antibodies which give lifelong protection against the disease. There are specific vaccines for specific diseases. Question C. How do antibiotics cure disease? Answer. Antibiotics cure diseases by destroying or preventing the growth of harmful microorganisms. Question D. Are the antibiotics given to humans and animals the same? Why? Answer. Generally, antibiotics work against any harmful bacteria, whether it is attacking humans or animals, but some of them are better suited to humans while some are better for animals. This is due to the adverse effects they show in different species. Also, the dosages of antibiotics for humans and animals differ. Question E. Why is it necessary to safely store the pathogens of a disease against which vaccines are to be produced? Answer. Pathogens are microbes which can cause diseases in us. For the preparation of a vaccine, a particular pathogen is cultured and grown in a laboratory. If these pathogens are not safely stored, they may get modified due to environmental factors, resulting in decrease in the efficiency of the vaccine. Also, the live pathogens may escape and cause diseases in us. Question 8. Answer the following questions in brief. A. What are broad spectrum antibiotics? Answer. The antibiotics that are useful against a wide variety of bacteria are called broad spectrum antibiotics. Sometimes there are visible symptoms of the disease, but the pathogens causing the disease cannot be identified. In such condition, broad spectrum antibiotics are used. Example: ampicillin, amoxicillin, tetracycline, etc. Question B. What is fermentation? Answer. Yeast uses sugar for food. Yeast grows and multiplies rapidly due to the carbon compounds in the sugar solution. In the process of obtaining nutrition, yeast cells convert the carbohydrates in the food into alcohol and carbon dioxide. Also, the bacteria Lactobacilli convert lactose, the sugar in milk, into lactic acid. This process is called fermentation. Question C. Define antibiotic. Answer. Carbon compounds obtained from some bacteria and fungi for destroying or preventing the growth of harmful microorganisms are called antibiotics. Antibiotics, a discovery of the 20th century, have brought a revolution in the field of medicine. Antibiotics mainly act against bacteria. Some antibiotics can destroy protozoa. Some antibiotics are useful against a wide variety of bacteria. They are called broad spectrum antibiotics. Example: ampicillin, amoxicillin, tetracycline, etc. When pathogen cannot be identified even though the symptoms of the disease are visible. Broad spectrum antibiotics are used. Whenever a pathogenic microorganism is definitely known, then narrow spectrum antibiotics are used. Example penicillin, gentamicin, erythromycin, etc. Our Chapter 8 Useful and Harmful Microbes exercise solutions are completed. If you want to see the similar videos, then please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel SG Education. Thank you.